If foreign investors are keeping these real estate prices rising and Chinese are selling, what will keep this housing market afloat? You came here for the truth, so let me unveil that for you. I'm going to try to make this a very quick video and just get through the important information. Let's begin with this article out of the Wall Street Journal. Chinese investors have become net sellers of U.S. commercial property for the first time in a decade. This is huge information, and initially I was a little bit skeptical. So let's continue to read on. Reflecting China's crackdown on foreign investment and growing tensions between the U.S. and Chinese governments. After years of binge buying trophy real estate, Chinese investors sold $1.29 billion worth of property in the second quarter of 2018. So that is brand new information coming out showing you actual sales of $1.29 billion worth. I mean, we're talking about big numbers. During the quarter, Chinese investors purchased only $126 million in commercial real estate. Okay? Companies such as HNA Group and Greenland Holding Group are unloading prized properties to repay debt and comply with regulatory and market pressures from home. So we've got an issue here because a lot of people believe that all of this has been sustained by foreign buyers, particularly from China. I'm going to show you some statistics which perhaps will change your mind. Okay? Let's get into this. This is out of Statista. Total property sales to foreign buyers in the United States from 2010 to 2017. Clearly, this number has risen over the years. There are foreign buyers. They have been buying more and more real estate, especially throughout 2017 as the prices really started to escalate, okay? You'll see that there. It looks like $153 billion. Not a small sum by any stretch of the imagination. But think about the total size of the U.S. real estate market. That isn't that much. So this is talking about California specifically. So what percentage of California's housing stock is owned by foreign investors? Let's start with this major caveat. Foreign buyers' real estate data is not good. California sales deeds don't require a buyer or seller to disclose citizenship or residency status, so analysts rely on rough proxies of foreign ownership. So that's how we're getting these numbers. Remember this, okay? So I'm going to show you this. It's very important to understand where data comes from. That's why I like to really break it down here at the Money GPS, and I hope you do appreciate that. This is a very different channel than most. It's not very entertaining to a lot of people, but I know that, hey, we got nearly 120,000 subscribers, so there's a few people who care to know the truth. All right, so you can verify that the transaction was all cash, which is a good flag for a foreign buyer. You can verify that the tax address for the buyer is outside California, which is also a good flag. You can see the buyer's surname, but given California's demographic diversity, that's hardly evidence of foreign ownership. But that's all you can really say. And then it goes on to talk about this. So basically, there's no specific statistics that they're going by. They're using these proxies to determine that in California in particular. So I thought that was interesting. Wanted to make sure you knew that. Which foreign buyers are snapping up record amounts of real estate? Surprise, it's Canadians. Well, there's also, the Chinese as well buying it definitely. However, it's just an interesting article to show you that it's not just those from one country. Others are getting in the game as well. All cash buyers, a major player in California housing. Nearly 1 in 4 California single-family homes and condos are purchased in all cash transactions. Now that to me was extremely surprising. All cash transactions, and we're talking about huge amounts of money. Who has this kind of money sitting around that they can buy a home, a quarter of them, with all cash? where foreign buyers in California are coming from. So you could see that Asia, 71% according to this chart here. This is the National Association of Realtors. And North America being 5%. So that's an interesting statistic. These are technically they're going against each other. So I think that it is important to look into it a little deeper. This is just some of the surface level detail. Just going to show you some quick things. I just mainly wanted to show you the article from the beginning, but I didn't want to leave you with such a short video. So giving you these details. One guess at foreign buyers in California. It's tough to measure how many foreign buyers are purchasing California properties. Here are the California Association's estimates. You'll see that right here, 3%. 3% according to this in 2017 foreign buyers. But again, these are estimates. There's no way to determine this based on the survey that was done. Are foreign buyers going to be filling in the survey? It's probably a very low number here, and it's certainly going to be much higher. But the numbers have been declining. So at least with the trend, I can definitely see that. Even since, 2008, 2009, and 2010, we're lower than that today. So at least within that statistic, I'm getting some information based on it. Okay, so even if you take a skewed statistic, you can try and get something out of it. In this case, we're able to see the decline. Countries with the highest direct investment position received from the United States in 2016. This right here shows us the Netherlands on the top of the list. That was really surprising to me as well. I didn't think that would be the case, but it is right at the top of the list. $847 billion. UK number 2, Luxembourg, and then Canada number 5 in the list at $364 billion. So I think I'm going to end the video there. I hope you found it informative, just to show you what's happening, to keep you up to date. This is one that is heavily affected by what's happening globally with trade issues. We also have interest rates that are putting a burden on us. No doubt about that. With interest rates rising, the average person is not going to be able to service their debt, and we have a big problem that's brewing today. So if you found the video informative, please give me a thumbs up. When you give me a thumbs up, it helps to support the channel. I do appreciate that very much. And if you want the financial education that was not taught to you in schools on purpose to keep you from the truth, well then, these 2 books have it all. You can actually flip through them. All you got to do is go to the link in the description. It's going to be able to actually go through the pages for yourself at Amazon. If you're more interested in the audiobook version, you can get that at themoneygps.com.